It's Week 12 of the NFL, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chargers and the Rams on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon, and to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
First down at Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. For Charles' first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. So
from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Herbert now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he'll get it out to midfield. Once again, he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Stafford now to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 75 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Colin Saunders. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season. Going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
2nd down and 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a run with Akers.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the right side and complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Eckler. And he sneaks his here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Eckler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work.
They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. The 40. 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, this is really where Cooper Kupp separates himself from some of the other receivers. His ability to make plays happen after the catch.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Stafford.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Now Eckler. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chargers have got a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone. Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Airing it out deep for Woods. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and inches, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
Herbert's pass. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Keenan Allen. It's a gain of 6.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for L.A. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
That'll be caught by Kupp. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams were able to get back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Chargers offense back onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Herbert on 1st down now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Shotgun. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 12 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, They look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Austin Ekeler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect this quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Ekeler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A give, Ekeler running to the right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that. His keys made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2.